What's goody, everybody? It's full-time trip, and we are here. Oh my goodness. FA Cup action. Manchester United won, Arsenal won. We lose 5-4 or 5-3 on penalties. I don't care. We lost on penalties. And like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is not going to be a long video again. This is not going to be a long video, bro. What can I tell you other than the fact of Arsenal 24-25, this season will go down as the Murphy's Law season. Honestly, I'll keep doing what I can to support egg on the team from my end, however I can. Cool. But this is Murphy's Law season, bro. This is the season of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Injuries, bad reffing decisions, just the awful setups in terms of what we need to do to win. In terms of the most critical piece, long-term decision making is coming back to bite us in the ass. Again, delaying or not getting top attacking targets. There's just been little decisions that have now piled up and metastasized in this season, and it's unfortunate, it's infuriating, it's unlucky, and it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating, bro. The amount of clear chances that were missed today. Clear penalty on a plate. We didn't even deserve that penalty. We did not even deserve that. That was soft, bro. The knee contact, whatever you want to say, it was soft. It was not a pen in my opinion. It was not. And on a plate, couldn't even get that fair. Is that unluck, or is that just low on confidence? Is that just a lack of finishing nous in the side? I don't know. Just first half felt dead. The second half felt so disjointed and messy, and just it turned from frustration to dejection. I feel like was the major kind of switch of just what I saw on the pitch today. It just felt like dejection, bro. In front of goal, it's like these guys don't have an answer, don't have a clue on how to proceed, how to get forward. Again, there was the offside goal in the first half. What's it called? I still can't even call it off the top of my head again with the deflection off somebody else. I don't know if they play it through, whatever. Y'all can have that, because there were a litany of chances that we could have tucked away and buried. How many headers close range? How many, again, shots we were at one corner of the post and got in? A couple of great saves from Bayendir. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have a good performance overall, but I think he grew into the game as it went along, and he had some really key stops. But outside of that, there were still moments where we could have had something. We could have done something. We could have been more impactful. Could have been more, again, just incisive. But it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Only one person. Two people. I'll give some reprieve today. Two people I'll give the reprieve, because this is specifically an attacking issue. The instance in the midfield where we conceded the one goal in the game, that's just an unfortunate bounce to the touch. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, this Garnacho has it, he can easily square it. And again, that's Bruno Fernandes. He's gonna be probably shit for a 90 or whatever, most days, but he'll tuck a chance away. If you give him a chance like that, he'll tuck it away, because the shooting power, the shooting nous, it'll always be there for the moments. And outside of Bukayo Saka, we don't have anybody like that. We don't have anybody like that, bro. Not saying overall as a player I'd take Bruno Fernandes like that, but I'm telling you, honestly, just for the potential of him having moments, that's something that's valuable to a side. And nobody in our midfield possesses that consistency. Nobody in our midfield possesses that. There's the one time to just on the turn of a dime, boom, goal. Just not happening in the squad right now. Just not. And it sucks. It sucks, honestly. No consistency in terms of finishing, bro. The Havertz, any of the Havertz chances, indefensible. I can sit here, and I've been a big Havertz defender. I've grown to the thought of Havertz over time, and I still think he's a very good player for us. But in front of goal, he is so inconsistent and impotent. It kills us, bro. We need a proper number 9 to, again, affect proper change and affect proper mentality. When people say, oh, well, who's our most important player? And many people point to Odegaard, and I don't want to use his current run of form as a scapegoat or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But even before that, even when he was in good runs of form, who was the person that was dragging people through and making the difference in the final third? Because we can build, we can defend well, we can move through the channels and get up to the final third. But when it comes to the final third, where you can't coach attacking talent up to a certain point, you can coach the team all the way into whatever, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to you and the goal, the player has to make that happen. Bukayo Saka is the most important player in this club, bar none, because he affects that level of lethal just nature, lethality, whatever you want to call it. He injects that mentality to all of his play, all of his directness, all of his activity, that it enables a lot of this team to be more clinical. I feel like that mentality just burns through the team, that ethos, that spirit, that burns through the team. And him not being here is a big part of why we can't get dragged into him. Outside of his individual quality, the individual quality he inspires in front of goal in others. I feel like that's a big thing that's missing. So say whatever you want. Say what you need. But I should let people know right now that Bukayo Saka is our most important player. Don't ever get it twisted. Speedy recovery to be. But what we're seeing on the pitch is just, it's indefensible in front of goal. It's indefensible. Again, some of these games aren't even like bad. It's just uninspiring, especially in front of goal, especially when we're the only team in the Big Six that cannot scam a win. We're the only one in the Big Six that cannot scam a win to save our lives, bro. We get pens, we can't convert them. You know what I'm saying? We get clear-cut, gilt-edged chances. We cannot convert them. We give them up, whatever. We are forced. This mentality where we're forced to walk the ball into the goal like every single time. We have to try and, again, do these incredibly formulaic patterns. And again, it's not bad when there's talent that can act beyond that and create beyond that. But if that's all we have, we're not gonna get to the point that we need to be. We're not gonna get to the place that we want to be just relying on that with no true attacking talent that can break out and create moments like that. Again, we've said this before. We don't have an Erling Haaland. We don't have a Kevin De Bruyne. We don't have again a Mo Salah. We don't have those kinds of players who can turn the game on its head at any singular moment like that. We don't. The only one we have is injured. So right now we don't. The finishing is just so, and again, against 10 men for almost an hour plus with extra time included, almost 10 men. And credit to the defense of, again, Amorim and this United side. They were gonna figure out how to defend well and be a very structured, again, just defensive block. They weren't gonna be easy to break down. But with 10 men, with their personnel, with our personnel, you would think on paper, there should be enough to break through. There should be enough to just tuck it over the line. Cool. The chances presented themselves. The creation, I have no problem with at this point. Sometimes you just need a little bit of creation and that little bit of luck. Cool. But even when the ball's presented to you, bro, some of those chances just skying the ball, even if you have a double handball, put the ball in the back of the net and maybe they don't notice. You know what I mean? We couldn't even get that right. We couldn't even get offside goals right. Bad. Again, the only people I'm going to give some saving grace and halfway saving grace for Gabriel, because again, I don't want to put too much credence on it, but again, him slipping in that wrong area, just like not getting the clearance from that, caused Garnacho to get on the counter and cause that goal. So he was involved in that situation, unfortunately. But again, the half volley, that was loaded for a while. It was actually good to see our best finisher at this current point in time finish a goal. So it was good to see somebody do that, which is insane to say our best finisher is a center back. Never mind. I'm going to get on to probably the brightest spot in this match today was Sterling. It was Sterling, bro, in a time where right wing has been such a downtrodden spot, bro. Again, Saka injury, Waneri injury. You're trying to play Havertz there. Havertz isn't really working out as well there. Jesus goes down again. No Jesus for a foreseeable amount of time. Like, it's just so much that is going wrong. That was a bright spot of actual 1v1 ability, actual attacking, actual just energy in and around the box to make things happen. The individual quality, bro. We have a good system. We're coached very well, absolutely. But now when we get to that point where we're gotta turn the screw, it's up to the individuals to do that. It's up to the individuals. Arteta can't possess people. The board can't possess certain people. You know what I mean? Like, it's down to the individuals, the creativity, the ingenuity, the innovation, the attack-minded mentality of our players to get there, to find that solution. Sterling was the only one who looked like he had half a clue. Seriously. Outside of that, shameful across the board, man. I don't know how many tap-ins are missed, how many like opportunities to 1v1 and go past players, how many times to open up attacks and start transitions only to close them because of your inability to look up and find options. That could have been attributed to many amount of players. I hope you know that. But all in all, if these performances don't scream, hey, we need to supply a striker and a winger, a striker and attacking midfielder. We need reinforcements. If that doesn't inspire anything, if this team is going to be left stranded to fight every 3 days in January and through the rest of a tough season, we're not winning anything this season. I'm going to be very honest. I don't think we'll win anything with this current trajectory, because with players consistently injured, going in and out, and the pressure on the already available players, eventually they'll break down. And as soon as these new players come back, you know what I'm saying, the players who are playing currently, they'll go out. And it's going to be another revolving door of injuries every time out, and we can't get proper rhythm. It started since the beginning of the season, and it looks like it's only going to continue with the stress and congestion of these games. I don't know what else to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I still want to fight till it's mathematically impossible, but looking at all these circumstances that are against us that we can't control, and the things that we can control are not being up to snuff, it's bleak right now. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep believing until it's absolutely impossible. But if we continue down this trajectory and not provide some support, some injection of players or something, recalling Fabio Vieira on a loan in the least to try and get something out the way and get some type of, again, just potency in our front six, we're heading down a really bad path, and that could lead to some unfortunate knock-on effects. Could be like further strain on players, could be further this, but I don't know. I want to keep fighting, but that performance today, it didn't look like they wanted to keep fighting, and that either is a real wake-up call to the board to say, hey, we probably need help, and Arteta probably is vocalizing this as much as he possibly can. Hey, we need real potency, man. We need to make something happen. That wake-up call is there, or it's going to fall on deaf ears, and we continue through the season just trying to hang on. You know, we've done well to hang on throughout all the unfortunate things that have happened so far this season, with the, again, reffing decisions, with injury spells, with, again, just so many things that, again, we could not have controlled, and things that weren't as good, but that we need to do better, and we could control. Again, the finishing up front, just the creativity issue when Odegaard was out the first portion of the season. A lot of these things. How long can we hold on? You know what I'm saying? And how long does the backroom staff see that we're holding on by a thread until they offer a hand, until they offer actual substantial help that's going to get us forward, instead of just leaving us to kind of hang? You know what I'm saying? Like, leaving us hanging. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I'm just a guy who loves his club. We're going to figure it out. But I'm going to be here because we got North London derbies. We got, again, huge games against big teams in this month. And at the start of next month, we got Manchester City. So life doesn't get easier. We can only hope that, again, everybody is trying to recover as best they can, and we keep fighting through. That's it. But striking, finishing, that attack has to change. Or we're going to be stranded, and we're going to end up with nothing in our hands this season. That's the bare truth of it. Simple truths. This team is a really good team, but it's incomplete. It's incomplete without real, true attacking talent added on top of Bukayo Saka. But without him here and without that there, this is a tough spot. But let me know what you thought about the game. All that good stuff in the comment section below. We will be back in the midweek with the again, North London derby. I think that's next up. I'm pretty sure it's next up. I gotta check my mind one more time. But listen, we'll figure it out. But with that being said, it's been a full-time trip. That's all the time I got. COIG. Peace. Hang in there. Protect your mentals.